Okay, so I'm just going to go over the answers. So you should have used keep, change, change. We keep the first term the same. We change the minus to a plus and change the second term to its opposite, so 1/2. Then I'm going to multiply the denominators to give me a common denominator of 6. Then I'm going to multiply 3 times 1. 3 times 1 is 3. And I'm going to multiply 2 times 2 and keep that negative sign. So 2 times 2 is 4, and it's going to be -4. So then I'm going to bring up my addition sign. I have -4 plus 3. I have 2 different signs, so 2 different signs tells me to find the difference. We're going to subtract our absolute values, so 4 minus 3 is 1, and I'm going to keep the sign of the bigger absolute value, which is 4, so my answer is going to be a -1/6. Okay, number 3, remember we're going to use keep, change, change first. So I'm keeping that first term the same, changing the minus to a plus, and change the second term to its opposite. The opposite of a -1/7 is just a +1/7. Okay, my answer then is I'm going to find a common denominator. So I can multiply these two denominators together to give me 98. Then I'm going to multiply this 14 times 1, which is just 14. And I'm going to multiply 9 times 7, which is 63. And I'm going to add those together. So 63 plus 14 is 77. I'm going to simplify. Okay, I know 7 goes into both of them because I got 98 by multiplying 14 by 7. So I know 7 goes into this. And I know 7 goes into 77. So I'm going to divide, I'm going to simplify, and I'm going to get a final answer of what is 77 divided by 7, 11, and 98 divided by 7 is 14. So 11/14 is my final answer. And this last one was a little bit tricky because we already had a common denominator, so we could skip a lot of steps. The first thing though that we need to do is use keep, change, change. So I'm going to keep the first term the same, -4/3. I'm going to change minus to a plus, and I'm going to change 14/3 into its opposite. The opposite of a positive is a negative, so -14/3. Okay, I already have a common denominator, so I'm not going to multiply the two denominators. They're already the same, so I'm just going to keep that denominator as 3. Because I did not multiply this 3 by 3, I do not need to multiply the 14 by 3. So I'm just going to add my numerators. Right? I have negative plus a negative. Negative plus a negative, same sign, so I'm going to add the absolute values. So 14 plus 4 is 18, and I'm going to keep that negative sign. Then we can reduce 3 actually does go into -18. How many times? It goes in 6 times. So this is actually -6. Because you could divide both the denominator and the numerator by 3. When you divide by 3, you get -6/1. Right, so if I divide by 3, I get -6/1. Anything over 1 is just the numerator, so that's where I get the -6.